Good morning, Jake, sir.
Good morning, Lily. You sound very excited today. What happened?
Sir, yesterday was amazing. I tried to tell my friend about my weekend in English, but I got confused. I said, "Yesterday I go to the park," and she laughed. She said it's wrong.
Ah, I see. You want to talk about things that already happened, right? Things in the past?
Yes, sir. I know present tense now. I can say, I go to school or I eat breakfast. But when I want to talk about yesterday, everything sounds wrong.
That's because you need past tense. When we talk about things that already happened, yesterday, last week, last month, the verbs change. It's like the verb wears a different costume to show it happened before.
A different costume? That's a funny way to think about it.
But it helps, right? Today we're going to learn simple past tense. By the end of today, you'll be able to tell stories about everything that happened to you. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. But I'm a little nervous. What if it's too difficult?
Lily, remember when you thought present tense was impossible? Now you speak it perfectly. Past tense is just the next step. And guess what? Some parts are actually easier than present tense.
Really? Easier?
Yes, in past tense, we don't worry about adding s for he, she, it. Everyone uses the same form. I went, you went, he went, she went, we went, they went. All the same.
Oh, that is easier. No more confusion about when to add s.
Exactly. Now, let's start with the easiest type, regular verbs. These verbs just add ed to the end. Simple. For example, yesterday I walked to the store. I talked to my neighbor. I watched TV at night. Can you hear the pattern?
Yes, walk becomes walked, talk becomes talked, watch becomes watched.
Perfect. Now tell me, what did you do yesterday? Use the verb walk.
Yesterday, I walked to school.
Excellent. What about play? What did you do?
I played with my little brother after school.
Wonderful. And help.
I helped my mother cook dinner.
Beautiful. You're already speaking in past tense. Now, let's make it more interesting. Tell me about yesterday, but add details. Not just, I walked to school. Tell me everything.
Okay, let me try. Yesterday morning, I walked to school with my friend Sarah. We talked about our favorite movies. I laughed so much because she told funny jokes. At school, we studied math and English. I liked English class the most. After school, I played badminton in the playground. Then I walked back home. I felt tired but happy.
Lily, that was perfect. You used 6 different past tense verbs naturally. Walked, talked, laughed, studied, liked, played, felt. And you added emotions and details. This is real storytelling.
I didn't count the verbs, sir. I just told what happened.
That's exactly the point. When you focus on your story, the grammar comes naturally. Now, I noticed you used studied. Good. When a verb ends in y, we change it to ied. Study becomes studied. Cry becomes cried. Try becomes tried. Can you make sentences with these?
Last night, I studied for 2 hours. When I was small, I cried when I fell down. Last week, I tried to cook rice, but I burned it.
Perfect sentences, and I love that you shared a real experience. Mistakes make the best stories.
Sir, can I tell you about something that happened last month? Something important?
Of course. I'd love to hear it.
Last month, I really wanted to speak English with my cousin who lives in another city. We video called. I was so nervous. My hands shaked. No, wait. Shook? Shaked?
Good question. Shake is an irregular verb. We'll learn those soon. For now, say, my hands trembled. Tremble is regular. Trembled.
Okay. My hands trembled. My heart beat very fast. But then I remembered what you taught me. I started speaking slowly. I talked about my school, my family, my hobbies. And you know what happened?
What happened?
She understood everything. She replied in English. We talked for 30 minutes. I couldn't believe it. After the call ended, I jumped with joy. I screamed, I did it! I really did it! My mother rushed into my room. She asked, what happened? I told her, I spoke English for 30 minutes. She hugged me. She looked so proud.
Lily, that's an incredible story. And you just told it beautifully in past tense. You used regular verbs like talked, jumped, screamed, rushed, asked, told, hugged, looked. All perfect. How did you feel in that moment?
I felt like I could fly. I felt powerful. I felt like I'm not that scared girl anymore.
You're not. You're brave, confident, growing every day. Now let's learn something interesting. Some regular verbs sound special when we add ed. Listen carefully. I wanted to speak. I needed help. I decided to try. The ed sounds like id here. Try saying them.
Wanted, needed, decided. Oh, they sound different from walked or talked.
Exactly. Your ears are getting good at English sounds. Now make sentences about yourself.
I wanted to learn English. I needed a good teacher. I decided to work hard, and now I can speak.
Perfect. Now comes the interesting part. Irregular verbs. These verbs don't follow the ed rule. They change completely. But don't worry, the ones you use most often are the ones you'll learn first. Let me tell you a story about my morning. Listen carefully. This morning, I woke up at 6. I got out of bed. I went to the bathroom. I took a shower. I made breakfast. I ate toast and eggs. I drank coffee. Then I came here to teach you. Now, Lily, what did you notice?
All those verbs changed. They didn't add ed. They became completely different words.
Exactly. Let's practice. I'll say today's action. You tell me yesterday's action. Today, I wake up at 7. Yesterday,
Yesterday, I woke up at 7.
Perfect. Today, I go to school. Yesterday,
Yesterday, I went to school.
Excellent. Today, I eat lunch. Yesterday,
Yesterday, I ate lunch.
Wonderful. Today, I come home. Yesterday,
Yesterday, I came home.
You're learning so fast. Now, tell me about your morning today. Use these verbs.
This morning, I woke up at 6:30. I got out of bed slowly because I felt sleepy. I went to the bathroom. I took a quick shower with warm water. It felt nice. Then I went to the kitchen. My mother made perathas. They smelled delicious. I ate 2 perathas with tea. I drank my tea slowly. Then I came here to learn with you.
Lily, that was absolutely perfect. You used 8 irregular verbs correctly. And you added sensory details. Warm water, nice feeling, delicious smell. This is advanced storytelling.
Thank you, sir. But I have a question.
How do I know which verbs are regular and which are irregular?
Great question. The most common daily verbs are usually irregular. The good news, you use them so often that you'll remember them naturally. Let me teach you a trick. I'll tell you what I did yesterday, and you tell me what you did. Ready?
Ready.
Yesterday, I saw a beautiful bird in my garden.
Yesterday, I saw my best friend at school.
Good. I had breakfast with my family.
I had breakfast alone because everyone left early.
I made a sandwich for lunch.
Wait, I didn't make anything. My mother made lunch.
So what did you say?
My mother made lunch. I just ate it.
Perfect. You're learning to think in past tense. Now try these. I gave my daughters some money.
I gave my little brother his toy back. He was bothering me.
I bought vegetables from the market.
I bought a new notebook last week.
Excellent. See? You're using irregular verbs naturally.
Sir, this is actually fun. I thought irregular verbs would be scary.
Nothing is scary when we learn it naturally, with stories and real experiences. Now, Lily, I want to ask you something. Think back to 6 months ago, when you first started learning English. Tell me about that time. How did you feel? What happened?
6 months ago? Sir, that was a dark time for me.
It's okay. You're safe now. Tell me your story. Use past tense.
Okay, 6 months ago, I hated English. Really hated it. Every time I tried to speak, people laughed at me. My classmates made jokes. They called me silent girl because I never spoke in English class. I felt so ashamed.
What did you do when they laughed?
I ran to the bathroom and cried. I hid there until the bell rang. At home, I cried in my room. My mother heard me crying. She came to my room. She sat beside me on the bed. She held my hand and asked, "What's wrong?" I told her everything. She didn't laugh. She understood my pain.
What did she say?
She said, "Lily, everyone learns at their own pace. Those children laugh because they don't understand struggle. But you will prove them wrong. You will learn, you will speak, and one day they will respect you." Her words gave me a little hope.
And then?
Then she found you. She brought me here. I came to your class with zero confidence. I thought, this won't work either. But then you did something different. You didn't laugh. You didn't judge. You smiled at me. You said, "Lily, let's start from the very beginning, nice and slow." That was the first time a teacher showed me kindness.
Lily, I'm so moved by your story. And look at you now. You're telling this entire story in perfect past tense. You used cried, laughed, ran, hid, came, sat, held, asked, told, said, brought, thought, smiled. All irregular verbs, all correct.
Really? I wasn't even thinking about grammar. I was just remembering.
That's the most beautiful thing about language. When we speak from the heart, grammar takes care of itself. Your brain knows more than you think it knows.
Sir, sometimes I need to say I didn't do something. Like yesterday, I didn't finish my homework. How do I say that?
Excellent question. For negative past tense, we used didn't plus the base form of the verb. Notice something important. We don't use the past form after didn't. We say, I didn't go, not I didn't went. The didn't already shows it's past. Try it.
I didn't go to the park yesterday. I didn't watch TV last night.
Perfect. Now here's where it gets interesting. Tell me about a time you wanted to do something, but you didn't do it. A real story.
Okay. Last week, I wanted to join the school drama club. I went to the audition room. I stood outside the door. I heard other students inside. They sounded so confident, but I didn't go inside. I didn't knock on the door. I didn't try. I just turned around and walked away. I felt like a coward.
Why didn't you go inside?
I didn't believe in myself. I thought, they'll laugh at my English. I didn't want to face rejection, so I gave up before even trying.
And how did you feel after walking away?
I felt terrible, sir. I felt angry at myself. That night, I couldn't sleep. I thought about all the things I didn't do because of fear. I didn't raise my hand in class. I didn't talk to new people. I didn't try new things. Fear controlled my life.
What changed?
I remembered something you told me. The biggest mistake is not trying. The next day, I went back to the drama club. This time, I didn't walk away. I didn't listen to my fear. I knocked on the door. I went inside. I told the teacher, I want to join. She smiled and said, welcome. I didn't get a big role in the drama, but I got a small part. And you know what? I didn't care. I was just proud that I tried.
Lily, that's incredible growth. In 1 week, you transformed from someone who walked away to someone who walked in. And you told this story beautifully, using positive and negative past tense. This is powerful storytelling.
Sir, that experience taught me something important. I learned that didn't try feels worse than tried and failed.
That's profound wisdom, Lily. Many adults don't understand this. Now, let's practice questions in past tense. When we ask about the past, we use did at the beginning. For example, did you eat breakfast? Did you sleep well? Did you study last night? The answer is either yes, I did, or no, I didn't. Let me ask you questions about yesterday.
Okay, sir.
Did you wake up early yesterday?
Yes, I did. I woke up at 6.
Did you feel tired?
Yes, I did. I felt very tired because I slept late.
Did you have breakfast?
Yes, I did. I had toast and eggs.
Did you walk to school?
No, I didn't. I took the bus because it rained.
Did you enjoy your classes?
Yes, I did. English class was very interesting.
Perfect answers. Now you ask me questions. Interview me about my childhood. Ask me what I did when I was young.
Okay. Did you like school when you were young?
Yes, I did. I loved school, especially literature class.
Did you play any sports?
Yes, I did. I played cricket with my friends every evening.
Did you get good marks?
Not always. Sometimes I studied hard, sometimes I didn't. I was a normal student.
Did you ever feel scared like me?
Oh, absolutely. I felt scared many times. I felt scared when I gave my first speech. I felt scared when I moved to a new school. Fear is normal, Lily. Everyone feels it.
That makes me feel better. Did you learn English easily?
No, I struggled too. I made many mistakes, but I kept trying, and slowly it became easier.
Now, Lily, let's do something creative. I'll ask you questions, and your answers will build a complete story. Ready?
Yes, sir. This sounds interesting.
Think about last Saturday. Where did you go?
Last Saturday, I went to my grandmother's village.
How did you get there?
We took a bus. The journey took 3 hours.
Who went with you?
My mother, my father, and my little brother went with me.
What did you see on the way?
I saw beautiful green fields, small villages, children playing on the roads. I saw cows and goats. I felt happy watching the countryside.
What happened when you arrived?
My grandmother saw us from the door. She ran to us. Well, she walked fast because she's old. She hugged everyone. She cried with happiness. She kissed my cheeks many times. I felt her love.
What did you do at her house?
We ate delicious food. She made my favorite dishes: rice, lentils, vegetables, fish curry. Everything tasted amazing. After lunch, I played with village children. We flew kites, we laughed and shouted. I felt so free.
What did you do in the evening?
In the evening, we sat together. Grandmother told us stories about the old days. She talked about her childhood. We listened quietly. Her voice made me feel peaceful.
When did you leave?
We left on Sunday evening. I didn't want to go. I felt sad. Grandmother gave us sweets to take home. She held my hand and said, "Come again soon." I promised I would visit again.
Lily, do you realize what just happened? Through my questions, you told a complete, beautiful story. You used dozens of past tense verbs naturally. You painted pictures with your words. This is advanced English.
I just answered your question, sir.
Exactly. And that's the secret of good speaking. Answer questions naturally, add details, share emotions. The grammar follows automatically.
Sir, can I tell you about something that happened yesterday? Something that made me think of you?
Please do.
Yesterday, a new girl joined our class. Her name is Sarah. She looked very scared. She sat alone in the corner. Nobody talked to her. During lunch break, I saw her crying in the bathroom. I remembered myself 6 months ago. I remembered how I cried alone.
What did you do?
I went to her. I gave her a tissue. I said in simple English, "Don't cry, it's okay." She looked at me with surprise. She asked in broken English, You speak English?" I smiled. I said, "Yes, I learned. You can learn too." She wiped her tears. She asked, "How did you learn?" I told her about you. I told her about our classes. I told her how scared I felt before and how confident I feel now.
What did she say?
She said, "Can you help me?" My heart jumped, sir. Someone asked me for help with English. 6 months ago, I needed help. Now I can give help. I said, "Yes, I will help you." We became friends. After school, we walked home together. I taught her simple greetings. I said, "Hello, good morning, how are you?" She repeated after me. Her pronunciation wasn't perfect, but she tried. I felt so proud of her.
Lily, do you know what this means? You became a teacher. You're passing on what you learned. This is the most beautiful thing about knowledge. We can share it.
I never thought I could teach someone, sir. I'm still learning myself.
The best teachers are those who remember what it's like to struggle. You understand Sarah's fear because you lived it. That makes you the perfect person to help her.
Thank you, sir. I want to be a kind teacher like you.
You already are. Now, let's notice something amazing in your story. You used so many irregular verbs perfectly. Sat, talked, saw, went, gave, looked, wiped, told, felt, said, became, walked, taught. You didn't stop to think about grammar at all. You just told your story.
You're right. I didn't think about grammar at all. I just spoke.
That's when you know you're really learning. Now, let's make your stories even better by adding time expressions. These words tell us when something happened. Listen to the difference. I went to school. That's okay. But yesterday morning I went to school. That's better. Last week I visited my aunt. 3 days ago I watched a movie. Last month I learned past tense. Try making sentences with these time words.
Yesterday evening, I helped my mother cook dinner. Last week, I bought a new dress. 3 days ago, I met my old friend. Last month, I joined the drama club.
Perfect. Now let's make it more interesting. Add details before and after.
For example, yesterday evening I felt tired, but I still helped my mother cook dinner. We made chicken curry together. It tasted delicious. See how the story grows?
Oh, so I can say, last week I saved my pocket money and bought a new dress. It's blue with white flowers. I love it so much.
Exactly. Now you're not just using grammar, you're creating vivid stories. Let me give you a challenge. Tell me about something that happened last year. Use time expressions, details, emotions, everything.
Okay, let me think. Last year, on my birthday, something special happened. I woke up early because I felt excited. I expected a normal birthday, cake, some gifts from family, but my parents surprised me. They took me to the amusement park. I couldn't believe it.
Keep going. This is wonderful.
At the amusement park, I saw huge roller coasters. They looked scary, but exciting. My father asked, "Do you want to try?" I felt nervous, but I said yes. We stood in line for 30 minutes. My heart beat faster and faster. Finally, our turn came. We sat in the roller coaster. The ride started slowly, then suddenly, whoosh, we went down very fast. I screamed. I closed my eyes. I held my father's hand tightly.
Haha. How did you feel?
At first, I felt terrified, but then I felt alive. The wind hit my face, my stomach felt funny. I screamed, but I also laughed. When the ride ended, I felt dizzy but happy. I said to my father, "Let's go again." He laughed. He looked proud of me. That day became my best birthday ever.
Lily, that was spectacular storytelling. You took us on that roller coaster with you. I felt your fear, your excitement, your joy. And you used past tense perfectly throughout. This is the level of English that impresses people.
Sir, I just realized something while telling that story.
What did you realize?
I realized I'm not translating anymore. Before, I thought in my language and translated to English in my head. But just now, I thought directly in English. The story just flowed.
Lily, that's a huge milestone. That's when you know a language became part of you. It's not foreign anymore. It's yours.
Is this how you feel when you speak English?
Yes, when you stop translating, when you stop worrying about grammar, when you just express yourself, that's real fluency, and you achieved it.
I want to cry, sir. I'm so happy.
Cry if you want to. These are tears of victory, tears of growth. You earned them.
6 months ago, I cried because I felt hopeless. Today, I'm crying because I feel proud. Everything changed, sir. Everything.
And you changed it, Lily. You put in the work. You practiced when you didn't want to. You tried when you felt scared. You continued when people laughed. This victory is yours.
Thank you for never giving up on me, sir.
I never could. I saw your potential from day one. I saw a brave girl hiding behind fear. I just helped you find yourself.
Now, Lily, let's learn to describe people and places using past tense. This makes your stories richer. Listen to the difference. I met my friend. That's basic. But I met my friend. She wore a beautiful red dress. She looked happy. She smiled brightly. That's vivid. Try describing someone you saw yesterday.
Yesterday, I saw my elderly neighbor, Mrs. Rahman. She walked slowly with her stick. She wore a white sari. Her hair looked very gray, almost silver. She moved carefully, like every step needed attention. But when she saw me, she smiled widely. Her whole face lit up. She looked kind and gentle.
Beautiful description. I can picture Mrs. Rahman perfectly. Now describe a place you visited recently.
Last Sunday, I visited the new park in our area. It looked amazing. Workers planted colorful flowers everywhere. Red roses, yellow marigolds. purple petals I don't know the name of. They built a fountain in the center. Water danced in the air, children played on green grass, parents sat on wooden benches. The whole atmosphere felt peaceful and happy.
Excellent. You painted a picture with words. Now let's practice describing emotions and changes. Think about Sarah, the new student. How did she look when you first saw her? How did she look after you talked to her?
When I first saw Sarah, she looked miserable. She sat alone with her head down, her shoulders bent forward. She seemed so small, like she wanted to disappear. Her eyes looked red, she cried before. She didn't talk to anyone. She looked completely lost.
And after?
After, everything changed. Her posture straightened, she lifted her head, she looked at me with hope in her eyes. She smiled, just a little smile, but it was there. Her voice sounded stronger when she said, "Thank you." She walked beside me with confidence. Well, a little confidence, but it was better than before.
Perfect. You described the transformation beautifully. This is advanced vocabulary and advanced storytelling. Now, let me teach you something interesting. When we describe past situations, we often use was and were. I was happy. They were excited. She was beautiful. Try making sentences.
Yesterday was wonderful. My friends were kind to me. The weather was perfect. The food was delicious. I was grateful for everything.
Excellent. Now, Lily, I want you to do something special. I want you to describe yourself. Compare the old Lily to the new Lily. Use past tense and present contrast.
Okay, sir. This feels emotional. 6 months ago, I was a frightened girl. I was quiet in class. I was ashamed of my voice. I was afraid of people's judgment. My confidence was zero. My English was terrible. I was convinced I couldn't learn.
Continue.
Today, everything is different. Today, I am confident. I am improving every day. I am helping others. I am not afraid anymore. Yes, I still make mistakes, but I learn from them. I don't cry anymore. I smile more. I laugh more. I live more. I became the person I wanted to be.
Lily, that was powerful. You know what I heard in your words? Transformation, growth, victory. You're not just learning English, you're discovering yourself.
English gave me more than language, sir. It gave me courage.
That's beautiful. And now you're giving that courage to Sarah. The circle continues.
Yesterday, Sarah asked me something interesting. She asked, "Were you really like me before?" I said, "Yes, exactly like you, maybe even more scared." She looked surprised. She said, "But you speak so well now. How long did it take?" I told her the truth. I said, 6 months of practice, 6 months of trying, 6 months of not giving up.
What did she say?
She said, "Can I really speak English in 6 months?" I looked at her seriously. I said, "Yes, if you practice every day. Yes, if you don't give up. Yes, if you believe in yourself." Then I said something I learned from you. I said, "The question is not, can you learn? The question is, will you try?" She thought for a moment, then she nodded. She said, "I will try." I felt so proud in that moment, sir.
As you should be. You became an inspiration. Now others will follow your path.
Lily, your English evolved so much that I think you're ready for something advanced. Let's practice telling longer, more complex stories. These stories have multiple events, conversations, and emotions. Listen to mine first. Last summer, my family took a trip to the mountains. We woke up before sunrise to start early. The roads were empty and quiet.
As we drove, the sun slowly rose, painting the sky orange and pink. My children sat in the back seat, excited and chattering nonstop. My wife slept because she's not a morning person. When we reached the mountains, we saw clouds below us. Can you imagine? We stood above the clouds. It looked magical, like heaven. We spent the whole day there, hiking, eating, taking photos, breathing fresh air. Nobody wanted to leave, but we had to. On the way back, everyone fell asleep except me. I drove quietly, thinking about the beautiful day. When we reached home, my son said, "Dad, this was the best day ever." That made everything worth it. Now you try. Tell me a detailed story about a special day.
Okay, so let me think. Last month, my school organized a field trip to a science museum. I woke up extra early because I felt so excited. I couldn't eat much breakfast. My stomach felt full of butterflies. My mother made parathas, but I only ate half. She said, "Eat more, it's a long day," but I couldn't.
Good start. Continue.
At school, we boarded the bus. Everyone talked loudly, laughed, sang songs. The journey took 2 hours. I sat with my friend Mina. We played word games and shared snacks. When we reached the museum, it looked huge. The building was white with blue glass. It looked modern and impressive.
Keep going.
Inside, we saw amazing things. There was a dinosaur skeleton, so big. We saw planets hanging from the ceiling. We saw electricity experiments. One experiment showed lightning in a glass ball. When I touched the ball, my hair stood up. Everyone laughed, including me. We saw a robot that talked to us. We saw insects under microscopes. We learned so much.
What happened next?
At lunchtime, we ate in the museum cafeteria. They served sandwiches and juice. The food tasted okay, not great, but we didn't care. We were too excited. After lunch, we watched a 3D movie about space. I wore special glasses. It felt like I traveled to the moon. I reached out my hand to touch the stars.
How did you feel?
I felt amazed. I felt small compared to the universe. I felt curious about science. On the way back, I didn't talk much. I just looked out the window and thought about everything we saw. When I reached home, I felt tired but happy. I told my mother everything. I talked for 1 hour non-stop. She listened patiently and smiled. Before sleeping, I wrote in my diary, "Today was magical. Today I saw the universe. Today I felt wonder."
Lily, that was outstanding. You told a complete, detailed, engaging story. You used past tense perfectly throughout. You included dialogue, emotions, sensory details, thoughts, everything. This is professional-level storytelling.
Sir, today Sarah came to me with a notebook. She showed me what she wrote. She wrote in English, "Yesterday I learned English. I met Lily. She helped me. I felt happy." Sir, when I read that, I don't know how to describe it.
You felt proud? Fulfilled?
Yes, both, and something more. I felt like I made a difference in someone's life. Is this how you feel when we learn?
Exactly this feeling. This is why teaching is beautiful. You touch someone's life forever.
Now I understand why you teach, sir. This feeling is addictive. I want to help more people.
And you will. Sarah is your first student, but she won't be your last. Now you have knowledge and compassion, the two most important qualities of a teacher.
Yesterday, something funny happened with Sarah. She tried to tell me about her cat. She said, "Yesterday, my cat ate my food." I smiled gently. I said, "Not eat, ate. Yesterday, my cat ate my food." She repeated, "Yesterday, my cat ate my food." Then she laughed and said, "English is tricky." I laughed too. I said, "Yes, but we can learn it." In that moment, I saw my old self in her.
What did you see?
I saw the confusion, the mistakes, the struggle, but also I saw the hope, the effort, the determination. I saw someone who wants to learn despite the difficulty, and I thought, this girl will succeed, just like I did. So I told her something you told me. I said, "Sarah, mistakes are your teachers. Every time you make a mistake and correct it, you become stronger." Her face lit up. She said, "Really?" I said, "Really. I made thousands of mistakes. Now look at me." She smiled widely.
Beautiful. You're passing on wisdom, not just grammar. That's real teaching. Now, Lily, let's do something reflective. Tell me, what lessons did you learn from your English journey? Not grammar lessons, life lessons.
That's a deep question, sir. Let me think. I learned that fear is temporary, but regret lasts forever. I learned that other people's laughter can't stop me unless I let it. I learned that consistent effort beats natural talent. I learned that asking for help is strength, not weakness.
Beautiful insights. Continue.
I learned that comparison kills joy. When I compared myself to fluent speakers, I felt terrible. When I compared myself to my past self, I felt motivated. I learned that small steps matter. Every single day of practice added up. I learned that mistakes are proof of trying. Only people who don't try never make mistakes.
What else?
I learned that I'm stronger than I thought. I learned that change is possible. I learned that one kind teacher can transform a student's life. I learned that when I help others, I help myself too. Most importantly, I learned that I am enough. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to be myself and keep improving.
Lily, those lessons will serve you for life, not just in English, but in everything. Now let me ask, what advice would you give to someone starting their English learning journey today?
I would tell them, start today. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait to feel ready. Just start. Speak even if your voice shakes. Make mistakes loudly. Learn from them proudly. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Practice every single day, even just 5 minutes. Find someone who believes in you. Believe in yourself even when it's hard. Remember that progress is not linear. Some days will feel easy. Some days will feel impossible. Keep going anyway. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. You're learning something difficult. Give yourself credit for trying.
That's the most beautiful advice I've ever heard. And you know what? You gave that entire speech in perfect English without hesitating once. Do you realize that?
I didn't even notice.
That's because English became natural for you. You're not thinking about grammar anymore. You're thinking about meaning, about message, about helping others. That's true fluency. Now, Lily, let's close today's lesson with something special. Tell everyone listening, what do you want to say to them?
To everyone listening, I want to say this. I was you. 6 months ago, I was exactly where you are now. Maybe you're scared right now. Maybe you feel hopeless. Maybe you think you'll never learn. Maybe people laugh at you. Maybe you cry at night. I understand every single feeling because I lived it. But I want to tell you something important. You can learn. You can speak. You can transform. It won't happen overnight. It won't be easy, but it will happen if you don't give up. Practice every day. Make mistakes. Learn from them. Find someone who believes in you. Believe in yourself. And one day, you'll tell your own success story, just like I'm telling mine. I believe in you. Now you need to believe in yourself.
Beautiful words, Lily. And everyone, remember, today we learned past tense. We learned how to talk about our experiences, our stories, our journeys. But more importantly, we learned that transformation is possible. We learned that consistent effort creates miracles. We learned that one person's courage can inspire many others. Lily started as a scared student. Today, she's a confident speaker and a kind teacher. This journey took 6 months of daily practice. Your journey might be faster or slower, but it will happen if you commit. Start today. Practice past tense by talking about your day. Say, today I woke up. I ate breakfast. I learned something new. I took one step forward. These simple sentences build confidence. Keep speaking. Keep learning. Keep growing.
And remember, past tense lets you tell your story. Your story matters. Share your journey. Share your struggles. Share your victories. When you share, you inspire others.
Exactly. Now let's say our closing affirmation together. Everyone listening, say this with us. I started my journey. I faced my fears. I made mistakes and learned from them. I practiced every day. I believed in myself. I grew stronger. I became confident. I will continue learning. I will help others. I am transforming my life, one day at a time.
I started my journey. I faced my fears. I made mistakes and learned from them. I practiced every day. I believed in myself. I grew stronger. I became confident. I will continue learning. I will help others. I am transforming my life, one day at a time.
Perfect. Remember, friends, your past doesn't define you. Your effort does. What you did last matters less than what you do next. Yesterday you tried. Today you try again. Tomorrow you'll try again. Each try makes you stronger. Each practice brings you closer to fluency. We believe in you. Now believe in yourself. Until next time, this is Jake and Lily from Leap English Podcast.
Where learners become speakers, where past struggles become present victories, where your story inspires others.
Keep practicing past tense. Keep telling your stories. Keep believing.
See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone.
And remember, you are stronger than you think.